Hello, 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 and welcome to my Epic Gamer podcast. Before you say it, yeah, I know that was kind of cringe. Anyways, before we get started, I first gotta say, go sub to my YouTube channel. Link is in the description, or in case you don't know how to get there, Mrs. Lorenzon. It's on screen now. Time to get into the video. First off, Manifest Destiny. What in the dinkle-donk was it? Basically, Manifest Destiny was just some rich white dudes thought that God was on their side for some reason, and they thought it was inevitable that the US would reach the Pacific Ocean. Now, in my opinion, these dudes were cuckoo, loco, crazy in the brain. Like, how would you know that we would reach the Pacific Ocean? I mean, like, Britain and France could have easily teamed up on us, like Conor McGregor and Mike Tyson. Like, boom, boom, 1-2. We would just look stupid. Also, like, in the beginning, we were just the East Coast. And everyone else owned a bunch of land. How did you think we were gonna obtain all this land eventually? I'm not sure, but I guess they were right. Okay, so you're thinking, like, what in the freak is the Oregon Territory? Like, oh my god, Reese, please help me. I don't know what it is. But it was just this little bit of land where Washington and Oregon and a little bit of Idaho was. That was basically neutral between America and Britain. But then a whole bunch of people were like, we're rich and we're white, so we're gonna want all of this land. And eventually, the US government got tired of it, and they were like, we're just gonna sign this treaty called the Oregon Treaty. Very original, by the way. And we got half of the territory. We got the southern half. And it was separated by the 49th parallel. Now you may be thinking, but Reese, how do they get there? And what on earth is so cool about the West anyways? Simple. They just took one of the three main trails. The Oregon Trail, the California Trail, and the Mormon Trail. And the reason it was such a cool place to be is because the eastern states were getting way too crowded for their taste, and they thought, hey, let's just go steal some land from Mexico. What a gamer idea that was, because there ended up being a butt ton of gold over there. So after this new acquired land was found, they thought, hey, I wonder if we should make these chunks of land into states. And that's what they did. Well, technically, they started off with just Texas, and then a few years later, people thought it would be a good idea to make more states, but we won't get too deep into that. Anyhow, Mexico has just won its independence from Spain, and they thought it would be a good idea to give up a bunch of land in Texas to some rich white dudes to create some communities there. And some dude named Santa Anna also thought it would be such a great idea to raise a whole bunch of taxes in the area. And boy, was he wrong. People were so mad about this that they declared independence from Mexico and created the Republic of Texas, which would go on to become its own state after America's annexation of Texas. Okay. Time to get to the juicy stuff. War. And to present this to us, we have a cameo with Amaya Hunt.
Okay, so basically the year is 1846, and the tensions are rising between the US and Mexico. Mexico had been attacking American troops, and President Polk had called for war after border disputes. Well, after several victories, Mexico had given us over 500,000 miles of land in the West. 500,000! That's a lot! Anyways, back to Reese.
Alrighty, thank you, Amaya. Anyways, the Gadsden Purchase. What in the heck was it? Well, basically, President Pierce wanted to build this railroad that led from Mexico to the US, and paid $10 million for a little crappy piece of desert. Pierce assigned James Gadsden as a minister to negotiate the deal between the two countries and get the piece of land. So in short, America bullied Mexico for some land, and then it ended up becoming one of the greatest nations of all time. We got a butt ton of land, and in return, Mexico lost a butt ton of land. Thank you for sitting through my crappy presentation, but at least I get the points. Once again, my YouTube channel is in the description and on screen now. Thank you, and have a great day.